Good evening, Canada, from our platform of Voice of Canada, a weekly talk show. Your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla, my charming co host, Cindy Young. And we have got a very dynamic lady today, Shristi Shrestha. Welcome to our show. Would you kindly inform our viewers your name and where you're based?
Definitely. Namaste and
Namaste,
good
namaskar.
evening to everyone. I am Shristi, Mrs. Nepal Canada of 2024, and I very proudly also like to quote that I'm the first ever Mrs. Nepal
Lovely.
Canada.
Congratulations.
So thank you
That's
so much.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Heartiest congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
And I'm a mother of a 9-year-old daughter, a
Got
very, very proud mother at that.
I saw the pictures. A
Absolutely.
lovely child and everything,
Thank you
loving
so
pictures
much.
and all.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Cindy Young, and I'm your co-host for this evening's show of Voice of Canada. And a very warm welcome to you, Shristi, for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
As you are a trailblazer in women empowerment, which I love to hear, as Mrs. Nepal 2024, can you explain to our viewers a little bit about this?
First and foremost, like I said, because this pageant happened for the first time in Canada. So the whole purpose of me going into participating in the pageant was to be able to empower others, the girls and women like me who are watching me and get inspired. So when I went to the pageant, my dream was to be able to inspire women and girls out there.
Power, yeah.
To make the voice of Nepali community and Nepali women be heard, not just heard, be amplified. They be celebrated at a global stage. I want to make a space for Nepali community and women in
Now,
particular.
You all are quite a
Nice.
bit over here. We are
Yes.
visible, very
Yes.
visible community. Previously, few years back, we don't used to see so much Nepalis,
True.
but now we are even seeing the Nepali restaurants also.
True.
Yes,
True,
see a lot.
true. Nepali
It's true.
cuisine is celebrated worldwide, and people love Nepali cuisine.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, so my effort even now is to kind of create a carve a space for Nepal in global stage,
Definitely.
where our voice are heard and we get a platform. So, and I'm
Amazing.
going to be relentlessly working
Why
for
not?
it.
You have to work hard to portray our Nepali community. They are really hardworking and they have proved their worth even with the neighboring India,
Yes,
you know. But as you are a landlocked nation,
yes,
whole-
between India and China.
everything depends on India mostly.
Yes,
Right.
yes, of course,
You know,
because of the four
are
sides
landlocked.
of
Yeah.
Completely
yeah.
landlocked.
the four sides of Nepal, the three is surrounded by India and one side is China.
One side by
Oh,
China.
That's how we are
right.
landlocked.
Yes.
And it's the most
yes.
difficult
So we rely
route.
on
I was
India a lot.
talking to a flight commander. That's the most difficult route to land a plane is Nepal.
Really?
Oh yes, there is an airport in
Mountains.
Nepal,
Yes. all
which
the
there's a
mountains.
there's an airport in Nepal. The landing the runway is right the size of the plane, so it's like a hit or miss. It's I think regarded as one of the most dangerous.
Oh, you better be a good pilot.
airports.
Whenever they send the flight to Nepal, the most senior pilots have to command the aircraft.
Wow.
That is the part of Nepali aviation.
I didn't know that.
Because the
at
geography
all.
is beautiful. It has lots of mountains and
Yes.
hills.
The Mount
So,
Everest.
yes,
You
yes.
know, they are the part of Mount
Yeah.
Everest. Whoever wants to
It'd be
climb the Mount Everest,
beautiful.
they have to go to Nepal.
Nepal.
Ah,
Go ahead.
True.
okay. That's great. Shristi, would you be also able to know maybe a little bit and tell us a little bit about your early days in school, what extracurricular activities you participated
We want
in?
to take you back in your schooling days and all.
Oh, that gets me nostalgic already.
No,
So,
tell our viewers.
yes, I was born and raised in Nepal. Both my parents
Kathmandu,
were.
main Kathmandu.
The capital is Kathmandu.
Yeah.
Yes, now we are based in Kathmandu, but I was born in a city called Janakpur,
Wow.
which also in our Hindu mythology is the birthplace of goddess Sita,
Lovely.
the wife of
Oh,
Lord
Lovely,
Rama.
lovely.
Oh, that's a
So
nice
yes,
history.
yes. So I was born in Janakpur, and both my parents were bankers, and 2 siblings. So I'm the middle daughter. We are all
middle-
3
The second
daughters.
daughter.
Yes,
The second daughter.
we are the 3 daughters family.
And no brother.
No brothers.
Oh,
Lovely,
three girls.
lovely.
My dad is, my parents are parents to 3 proud daughters.
Absolutely.
So my eldest sister, she is in the U.S. She was once an army nurse.
Oh,
Wow,
Now she is with Houston Hospital. My younger sister, she is in Germany. and I'm
Lovely. So
here.
all the sisters are abroad.
Yes.
Then the parents
Yes.
are still in Nepal?
Yes, parents are in Nepal. They like their home. They like the
Yes.
place where they
That's
grew
where
up.
they grew up. That's
And
what
yes,
they
and
know.
it feels unfair to expect them to, you know,
Yes.
come out of that for us.
Now, as
So
soon as you well settle
yes.
down, bring them here to show
Yes.
them what is Canada.
Yes,
Come and
yes,
visit,
yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Call them for a visit.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. So I did my schooling in Nepal. I was just about 17 when I finished my 12th grade, and I went all the way to India, all by myself, because I
You
was.
have to go by road.
Yes, I mean you can fly, but then I went
Road
by.
and the flight,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. And I did my. I'm a chartered accountant by
Profession.
academic
Oh,
profession,
lovely, lovely.
qualification and profession.
Awesome, awesome.
And I did my CA in India. So India has a very huge place
Contribution.
in my heart, yes, and
Yes,
a
of
contribution
course.
in the person I'm today. So
Yes.
yes, I did my CA from there, and I lived in India for almost 15 years.
Lovely.
Yes,
Wow.
I worked
And you
there.
are working as an accountant?
Yes, I worked with a very renowned bank, UK bank, Standard Chartered,
Lovely.
and then I
Nice.
worked
Yeah.
with American International School, which is an embassy school in India.
Embassy school in India,
Yes,
correct.
so I worked in the finances of
And
those.
you were in Mumbai?
Nice.
I was in Chennai, down
Chennai,
south, yeah.
right,
And
wow.
just to add to that, like I speak very fluent Tamil.
Oh,
Yes,
wow,
because
really?
I
You
lived
learned
there.
that language
Yes,
while in
yes,
India?
Yes, yes,
Beautiful,
yes,
beautiful.
yes. And 2018 is when I and my family, when my daughter was 3 years old, we moved to Canada for, you know, better future, better life.
And you were married in
Yes.
Nepal only?
Yes.
You got
yes,
married in Nepal?
Yes, I did get married in Nepal.
Okay, so Shristi, tell us, as you have mentioned, that your family are full of bankers only.
Yes.
So, who all are in bank and what made them be the bankers only, to follow the same profession of bankers?
Yes, I think it also comes from a comfort that you have somebody in the bank, and it's kind
It's a
of
very comfortable
easier to
job
get.
also.
Yeah.
And Nepal is back then, at least now a lot of industries are booming, but back then it was not a very
Not a
industrial
very big, highly
place.
industrialized.
It was more of a service sector. So even in my family, even my cousins and my dad and mom's generation, most of the people are either teachers, bankers, doctors, engineers. You'll find very few business people back then, but yeah, now things are changing. Yes, and I did my charter. I finished my CA back in 2010. It's been 14 years, but nobody in my family has yet taken up CA. But a lot of them are doctors, engineers,
Wow, very successful.
bankers.
Means
Yes.
you come from a very highly educated family.
Education in Nepal has always been a very top priority.
Mhm.
And despite being a very small country, girls and women were always given lots of opportunities. Like even in my mom's generation, in my family personally, there's nobody who never went to job. So everybody worked while raising, even back in that generation, yes.
Hardworking family.
And the fact that my parents agreed to send me all the way to India to live by myself when I was 17 tells a lot about.
Wow.
sure.
That was a brave
Yes,
step you took at the age of 17.
And more than me, I feel it was a very brave and supporting step for my parents to, send. And I'm talking about 20 years back, not today, when we didn't have mobile phones. Yes. When we,
But Shristi, lots of India is a really backbone for Nepal. I know a few families from your country, a lady is in the United States also. Same story. She went to India, she groomed herself, built confidence in herself, and then she migrated to US.
Okay.
So India is like a next door elder brother.
Definitely. In terms of also, I think the fact that we share so much similarity in culture, in traditions, in festivals.
But the religion is Hindu or Buddhism?
Nepal is though Buddha was from Nepal, but majority of the population is Hindu there.
Hindu also, and Buddhist and Hindu is practiced most.
Of course, yeah.
But tell me, your language in Nepal is different. Nepali language.
Nepali is very different.
But most of the Nepalis, they speak Hindi.
We do, because we are a huge fan of Bollywood.
Right.
So I learned my Hindi, like I'm very fluent in Hindi. I learned my Hindi watching Bollywood movies. My daughter now is a fan of Bollywood songs. She sings, and I mean, though she is in Canada, right? So, but I think they see their
Definitely.
parents and what would
Yes,
invite. So
models
she
like
loves
that.
Nepali songs,
Nepali
but she
songs
loves
and
Hindi and
Hindi
Bollywood songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Bollywood
And though we
songs.
speak only Nepali at home, she already understands Hindi from watching movies. And she's
That's
just
Wow,
9.
wow.
Yeah, she's just
And
9.
now even Nepal is coming up making good movies.
Oh, yes. Oh, there are some very, very good movies,
I've
and
seen
Nepali
because
movies
I know
being
a
made.
lady who is in the film production,
Hmm.
and she produces and her daughter works.
Okay.
As a
And
lead
now
lady.
there are a lot of entertainment companies in Canada who are bringing Nepali movies and showcasing
Uh-huh.
in GTA especially. So almost every other week there is a new Nepali movie that comes
Nepal.
and gets
So
showcased
do
here
a
in
festival,
GTA.
do a premiere, and you be present over there to welcome the people. That's how to
Yes.
make the people know, yes, we Nepali, we are there,
Yes.
we are here.
Yes, true, true. It's just been 2 months since the pageant happened.
Right.
I have lots of plans, so I'm here to stay as we.
No, God willing, you will be staying a very long time. God willing, and
Yeah.
and you will be on in an interview today, so you will have lots of audience.
Shristi, you did talk a little bit already about your higher education that you did get in India, as well as spending 8 years in the financial area. If you could just let our viewers know, maybe just a little bit about your experience in those 8 years of going into that financial and then being back in India for that as well.
Certainly, certainly. So, like I said earlier, I went to India after I finished my 12th grade, did my charter accountant, and I could have well gone back home, Nepal, and worked, but I wanted to gather a little bit more
Then
experience.
you have taken a right step
yeah,
by
and-
coming to Canada,
Yeah,
the
and
best
given
country in the
given
world.
the size of country of India and the amount of developments, infrastructure, and
That is
everything
true.
is
That
there,
is very
I wanted
true.
to gather some experience. So that's,
Nice.
and my family was very supportive, and they said okay. And so I worked in India post qualification of charter accountancy. I worked in India for close to 8 years post qualification, and like I said, I worked with Standard Chartered Bank in their business finance in consumer banking. After that, I moved on to American International School
Mhm.
because the education sector really sounded like somewhere I wanted to be.
And it's a very
And
prestigious school.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and because it's under
Managed
under
by US
embassy.
Embassy,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, and so I worked there as finance manager there for 4 years. Right after that job is when I moved to Canada. So yes,
Nice.
and the experience were like amazing. Like I said, I wanted to since I had studied in India, I wanted to gather more experience working there and kind of make myself prepare for the future to
and
come.
you bring all that
So,
experience with you. and it's
yes,
amazing.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
We'll be taking a short break and we'll be with you soon. Welcome after the short break in our weekly talk show, Voice of Canada, produced by Awaz TV Entertainment. Your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla, my co host, Cindy Young. And we are continuing our recording and an interview with Shristi Shreshta.
Yes, you said it
Welcome
right.
back after the short break. Shristi, tell us all about how you feel excited here in Canada. You came, you're not a very long time you came, you just came just couple of years back. So we count you as a semi newbie still. But in this 4-5 years period, how do you feel? You
Yes.
see any growth, you see potential, you see that you'll be able to have a wonderful life, plus for you as well as for your child.
Yes. Like you said, it's just been a little over 5 years since we have been in Canada. And when I came, like any other immigrant, I came with 2 suitcases and a lot of
Yeah.
dreams.
Mhm.
And I was already working as a manager finance, 8 years of experience in India. But when I came here, I came with a reality check and with the
Yeah.
awareness that I will have to be ready to start.
Ready to start
Start
fresh
fresh.
from the
again.
scratch.
And that's what
Yes.
I did. I
Yeah,
mean,
worked your way up
luckily,
again.
luckily I got my first job as an accountant in accountancy.
Lovely,
So
lovely.
I worked.
Nice.
See,
Yes.
God was kind to you.
Yes,
Yes.
very much. I mean, I definitely consider myself one of those few lucky people because I've heard very, heartbreaking immigrant stories also,
Yes,
and my
a
heart
lot
goes
of
out to
them.
them. So yeah, I worked as my first job was in accountancy with Western Toronto Airport Hotel.
Oh,
so
lovely,
I worked
lovely.
Nice.
in hospitality industry for a few
It's
years.
a huge job. Yeah.
Yes. And then I slowly moved on. I worked a couple of years in not-for-profit organizations, the government-funded organizations.
Lovely. NGOs.
Yes, NGOs. And then I found my calling again back, like because I was working in education sector back in India, I found my calling in education sector. So right now I'm working as senior financial analyst in the financial planning
So
at
nice,
Humber
see?
College.
You're so blessed.
So
amazing.
yes.
See?
So it's like life has come a full circle. I'm back to a education
Look at all your experiences
See,
institution.
just
in such a short
built on
few
each other.
years, you're well established. You have got a hope that you can survive. Your child
Yes.
has got a sky's the limit for her.
Yes.
Whatever she wants to become, you don't have to worry.
Yes, yes. So that is that again. I mean, very beautifully you said that, Aspi. So that is the reason right now I'm letting my child explore so many different things.
Right.
So she's training herself in Bharatnatyam dance.
Lovely.
She does
Amazing.
a lot of
She can take so
mantra
many
chanting.
courses, activities,
yeah,
even the
experience.
weekends.
She's
you
learning
send her
piano.
for-
Yes,
piano.
she's learning
She can go
piano.
for, just now the summer is coming, so
Yes.
she can go for lots of
Yes.
sports
She
activities.
does gymnastics. She does ice skating.
Everything.
She's
It's a very
learning
busy
chess.
life.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just keep her busy.
And and I want to give her
well-rounded.
exposure right
Yeah.
now,
Lots of
so that
exposure.
after a few years, when she's able to decide for herself, she
Yeah.
knows what
She'll know
she
what her
might not
real
do
interests
everything
are.
exactly.
That's right.
So yeah, she's learning chess.
And she won't get such exposure like Canada in any other
Yes,
country.
yes.
Believe me.
True.
I'm not
True,
saying that,
true.
but Canada is
Even
a heaven.
education system wise, like back home when we studied, it was very different. We had
Yeah.
lots of, we were burdened with homework,
Yeah.
exams
No,
every
here
other
is the
week.
system is
Now
entirely
here I
different.
see she has so much pockets of time to do,
Well,
be
you
able
want,
to.
you want, so
Yeah.
you want to give them that opportunity. to
Exactly. So
experience
she's
different
done with
things,
school at like 3, and then she's
Yeah.
free to do what she wants.
Right.
And yeah, that way Canada is like really,
It's a
really
beautiful country.
beautiful country.
Come on, go ahead, Cindy.
Absolutely. Shristi, we also read that one of your turning points in your life is that in 2024 you participated in winning the first ever, which we did mention, title of Mrs. Nepal Canada. So did that happen when you joined? Like, can you maybe tell us a little bit about that when you joined the first pageant of your country?
Sure. I have won the pageant, and it happened very, very recently. End of January was when the finale of the pageant happened. And yes, a few months before that, we had trainings. And
And how many delegates were there?
The participants?
Participants.
Initially, we were 15 of us, and then the top 10 was
Not bad.
selected, and the
Lovely.
finale had
And
the top 10
all
of us.
15 were from Nepali origin?
Yes.
Oh,
because it was
lovely.
Mrs.
So there
Nepal,
are so
Canada.
many Nepali
Yes, there are.
ladies are available.
In fact,
Girls
I
and the
would like to
ladies.
believe there would be more, but because it was for the first time,
Yes.
Lovely.
the awareness was little. Probably everybody
I
was
was gonna say,
holding
just the
back.
awareness of it,
Exactly.
right.
Probably everybody was holding back to
Shristi,
see.
you are
Let's
a
see what
great
happens.
Source of help.
Yes.
Next time on my
So-
platform to represent Nepal, we will be giving you some trouble.
Definitely, I will take all the trouble with all my pleasure.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Okay, Shristi, my question is in continuance of what Cindy asked you. Tell us, was the organizers of your pageant also Nepali?
Yes, to kind of give a little history on that, there was 2 organizations who came together.
Mhm.
One is a Canada-based. It's called WESTO, Women Employment and Skill Development
Lovely,
Organization. So they are going to work in the field of women empowerment and skill development. And another organization, Nepalese Fashion House,
Mhm.
who is a Nepali organization, and the founder, she came down for this event. And this organization has been doing pageants in Nepal
Uh-huh.
for last 18 years.
Oh, wow.
So we had a Canadian organization willing to work in women empowerment, and a Nepalese organization who has
A
been
collaboration.
a leader in this field. So both of them together co-organized this pageant. And yes, I mean, I think, like I said, when SP said he was surprised at the number 10 women participating, but I would like
from
I would
Nepal.
like to believe that there will be more to come in years,
Nepal
and
will
that
be,
is
yeah.
what I'm
That's a very
working
good
towards.
start, I would
Yes.
say,
Try to
for a
promote.
specific community. But now my advice is conveyed to your organizers, open the Nepali pageant to all Canadians, ladies, whosoever. No problem, you can have about 8 or 10 Nepalis background ladies, but open to all. And that will be a real roaring success.
Yes.
Canada, Nepal pageant,
Yes.
in the name
yes.
of collaboration.
Yes.
And it can be a much bigger extent.
Yes.
From that,
True.
you can get sponsorships, you can
True.
get a lot of support
Absolutely.
True.
from other communities,
True.
and you'll expose yourself.
True. I think right now their motive is because Nepali community, one, because the size of the country itself is small, and then the community here, given there are so many other larger South Asian communities, I think the organization's motive is to kind of empower and give voice to Nepali women, to empower them to come in the forefront.
Mhm.
And that's absolutely my effort right now, because I know they are looking up to me. When they see me doing something, they're
Definitely.
going to feel that, okay, this is what we are going to be able
Yes.
to do tomorrow.
As
This is
Shristi
how-
has done, why not? We can
Exactly.
also do.
That is what This year, I mean, for me, it is going to get difficult because everywhere I'm having to introduce myself and my country from the scratch. But I
Right.
know for the years to come, I will establish this title
Your
as
voice
a
will already be
legacy.
out there.
Exactly. And, so that when they come, they see there's a space for them on
Right.
the stage.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So that's why I try to go visit events,
Definitely.
meet the people,
Definitely.
and whenever there is an event, we would know. We'll definitely invite you to come and
Definitely.
represent
Yes.
your Nepali
Oh,
community.
since I won the title, I think there hasn't been a weekend I've been home. I'm trying my
So
best.
busy.
See, you have
Not
become
just
so busy.
not just Nepali, but then every diaspora, like
Yeah,
South
diaspora,
Asian.
definitely.
Everything.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not Nepali. You
Yes,
have will be
definitely.
visiting the diaspora
Yeah.
all over.
Definitely.
So many.
That
We
is
have
what
got
has
40
been my
faiths.
effort.
Do you know we
Yes.
have got 40 faiths in Canada, and we are the largest multicultural country in
True.
the world.
Oh, for sure.
In the world,
True.
with 182 nationalities.
Beautiful.
From nook
I think
and
that's what
corner.
makes this country so
Nook
beautiful.
and corner of the world we have over here. So that is the diversity of Canada
Yes, I think
and a
that,
charm of
Incredible.
Canada.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Go ahead.
Shristi, your pageant platform was and they appointed you also as the Goodwill Ambassador of Nepal for Canada. If you can inform us the pageant's affiliation with Nepal.
Yes, the organization Westo, they recently appointed me as their Goodwill Ambassador. Yes, and this pageant has been recognized by Nepal and Nepali community. In fact, after winning the pageant, even the Embassy of Nepal in Ottawa, the then acting ambassador Rojina Tamrakar, she invited us.
I saw your picture at
Yes.
the Embassy of Nepal.
Yes, so she invited us to recognize
Lovely.
me
See
for
how much
this win.
recognition you got.
Definitely. So it was an honor to be able to
Amazing. Yeah.
go there and then be recognized by the embassy of my country when I'm
Oh,
living
for
so
sure.
far from the country. So
What an honor.
yes,
That's
definitely.
a big honor.
Definitely.
That you
I'm
must not have-
completely humbled and
That- yeah,
gratified.
you must not have also ever dreamt even when you go to migrate to Canada, a day will come when you'll be visiting your home country
True.
embassy.
True. And in that capacity, like the invite was for me and my organization to come and have lunch with Ambassador, where she
Lovely.
gave us the certificate
Beautiful,
to recognize.
beautiful.
Yes, and she was so proud that we are working on
Truly
building
memorable,
Nepali and
memorable.
Canada.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely something.
Yes.
So, Shristi, tell us what are your plans for current year? Would you be open to participate in other platforms also and represent Nepal as Mrs. category?
Definitely, I will be open to participate in other pageants, but again, not too soon. I want to do justice to the crown and title that I have won recently. So definitely, I would like to finish
So
my
are you
term.
under any restrictions for 1 year by the current organizers?
No.
Because then you can attend and you can participate.
No.
You will be enlightening the name
Yes,
of your pageant,
yes,
and you can
yes.
say, "I'm a proud Mrs. Nepal from the platform and so and so."
Yes.
You know, that will be an honor
Yes,
and
definitely.
revival of yourself.
Definitely.
And
Absolutely.
you will be empowering of yourself. And
Definitely.
later on, after maybe 1 or 2 years, try to eye for an international pageant also, going from Canada. And we do lots of international,
Yes.
especially since last 10 years, I only do international pageants.
Okay.
I have stopped doing local ones, the domestic ones.
Domestic ones. Okay.
So we have done with big banners like United Nations, Commonwealth, International. And I did 5 years, I did for Beauties of Asia,
Okay. Wow.
which was a Taiwanese-based pageant. And we did for nearly 5 years,
wow.
here in Markham.
Wow. You have been pivotal in women empowerment. Wow.
Women empowerment plus with
so
my
honored.
political affiliations,
Yeah.
we have worked hard among over 35 communities,
Wow.
Amazing,
outreaching them.
Wow.
And important, definitely important to do.
Yes.
Shristi, as your platform in the Goodwill Outreach Ambassador, you're in the Niagara International Film Festival this year. You're in it with 2024. What role did you play in this cultural festival? And did your country, Nepal, also participate?
The Niagara Canada International Film Festival, which is going to happen for the first time on 1st and 2nd of June 2024.
Wow.
And yes, and the organizers have a vision of making it a destination film festival. So this year they're working so hard to bring so many different countries and communities. They're already Mayor of Niagara and the Lord Mayor from the Niagara on the Lake, the consulate of Romania. Everybody is already
Oh,
affiliated.
right.
Yes,
Very good.
yes.
It will be a very good,
Yes,
good event.
Good
to
event.
portray Nepal.
yes. And now I'm in talks with a couple of Nepali entertainment companies
Groups. Hmm.
to take Nepali movies to the festival. So I mean, it's all the talks are almost closing. So I wouldn't be able to name the movies because we are
No,
still
no, we don't
finalizing.
want you to name.
But
Bring them the
definitely,
pipeline.
I am doing all I can to take Nepali movie and represent there, because I will also be walking the red carpet there with the
That's
other.
a very good lead you have taken,
Yes.
and the location is really fantastic. It's one of the wonders of the world,
Yes.
Niagara.
Yes.
So it is going to really portray
The
very well.
organizers are really working hard to make this a good brand and for people to celebrate different culture and diversity.
Absolutely.
Like how, as we mentioned before, Canada has so many nationalities.
Yes.
So when each nationality sees their movie, you know, their movie is like
It
a
makes them
storytelling.
proud and
Yes,
yes.
They're
And very
Yes.
good, beautiful movies are being produced in.
true. And this festival is not just open to big movies; it's even taking short
I will
movies,
connect you. I
documentary.
know a lady who
Yeah.
produces the movie, and a
Yes.
daughter, as I told you, her daughter works, and she has produced 2-3 movies. So if
Okay.
she can participate in the festival,
Yes.
I will connect you with her.
Okay, that would be great.
her
I think
daughters.
their deadline is 30th of April. I would like to connect
Just
to her and
extend them
help
for
her.
a few days.
Yes.
If they are ready to send their film or somebody,
Yes,
it will be a great honor.
Yes, that would be great.
A
That
good
would be
portrait
great.
for
Yes,
them also.
Yes.
Because the girl has worked very hard,
Yes.
and it did very well.
And if Nepali movies come, I'm also trying to pull threads and kind of see if I can bring ambassador also on board for the.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will
for
come.
sure.
He will
Yes,
come.
yeah.
We'll come to
Yes,
promote
yes.
because you belong to a third world country, Nepal. So that they have to work really
Yes.
hard
And
to
he,
portray their country in a Western world.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
see, look at India, how hard they work. You won't believe. Last year, the Consul General of India was with us.
Oh yes, I've worked
She
very
was with
closely
us.
with her. Okay,
She
Apurva.
came for Apurva came for an interview here
Okay,
with us in our show. I'll send you a link today, so you can
that's
see.
great.
And I've done quite a lot of work on special Indians also. All celebrities from India, I have done
Okay.
job. You know, I recorded the interview of the Captain Commander of Air India,
Wow.
who has done a remarkable work. She came twice in our show, and we are trying to get some more female captains because you know India has got about 15% captain commanders. Highest in the
captain.
world.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Highest in the world. Canada doesn't have more than 6%.
Wow.
US doesn't have more than 6 or 7%. India is the only country which empowers women to fly a $750 million aircraft
Wow.
because the Indian women are so devoted.
In their hard
Goosebumps.
And now,
Right?
now the Air
Wow.
India will be doing very well because it's under the management of Tata. They have been
Yes.
denationalized,
Yes,
and
yes.
Tata has taken over. And in 1 year's time, you can see Air
Huge
India has changed. Air India is going to compete with Emirates because it has got all the hardware. They have been introduced A350 aircrafts, and they are already operating 777s
Yeah.
from Delhi
And now with
non-stop.
this,
Daily flight.
Yeah.
Daily flight. So they are doing very well.
Yeah. And this decentralization will definitely be on their
And
favor.
plus the Silicon
Yeah.
Valley, not a single country which doesn't have an Indian IT expert.
So true.
Can you believe
Yes,
this?
that's
So
true.
true. So true.
Yeah.
If you see the IT department, it is
Yes.
full of
Very strong.
Indian
Yes,
IT personnel.
Yes.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
strong.
So true.
So
Very
they have done
knowledgeable,
very
yeah.
well, and the current prime minister is I think going to be again elected.
Third term? Okay.
I think so. He will get the third term because he has worked very hard. India is the very large country, very big country with such a big population, and it's very hard to control.
Oh, definitely.
But this
definitely.
man has
and
done
it
wonders.
also and it
Yeah,
is big. It
it's a
has lots of
challenge.
population, and it also still has the bottom ground level problems. Not like
Right.
unlike
Lots
developed
of problems
countries.
are there,
Unlike
but still
developed-
they are
but-
managing.
Yeah, exactly.
And they are standing proud
Exactly.
in front
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the world.
global. Yes.
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 You know,
they're
the
competing.
global presence
working
is
hard.
felt.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
amazing.
You have to-
Shristi, as we have seen, you also have traveled very far and to many different destinations. If you can give us maybe a little bit of some information and account of the journeys that you took.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, traveling, I love traveling. So even when I was in India, when I was a student, after I got married, I used to keep traveling. Like, be it
Lovely.
religious destinations or even small places, unexplored places.
Mhm,
Those were
mhm.
always, the charm.
Absolutely.
Yes, because they're
Yes.
not explored.
The smaller
And
ones.
then
So you're an adventurous lady.
I wouldn't call myself adventurous because I'm not into adventure sports. But yeah, and to celebrate my daughter's first birthday, we flew to Bangkok, and that was
Lovely.
I took my parents also.
Awesome.
So in fact, a
Awesome.
lot of people made fun, like who goes to Bangkok with parents, right?
Yeah.
But then I mean, I knew my
Your
parents are
husband
going
must be really miserable, huh? With his in-laws in Bangkok.
Oh no! I mean, I took my mother-in-law also, so his mother was also with us, so he wasn't miserable.
he wasn't,
So anyhow, it was nice. It was nice talking to you,
Yes.
Shristi. Do
Same
keep
here.
us informed about your activities and what all you do. And wish you all the best in advance for your Niagara Film Festival, in which
Yes,
Nepal
we
is
look
organizing,
forward to
taking
that.
the lead.
Yes.
And if there is anything, we will be inviting you again. If there is
Sure.
any big breaking news about you, about your country, we would love to have you
Also,
again.
I mean, the Niagara Film Festival happening in June, but in May 25th, there is this Living with Wellness done by We Serve Canada. That's happening in Mississauga, Square One.
Oh,
So it's a huge festival. It brings to the Living with Wellness brings art, culture, and wellness together. So
Nice.
there's yoga, there's music, there's dance, there's
Let
food.
us know. Inform us
Yes.
when the time comes.
Yes.
We may
Yeah.
drop in.
Yes. So it's on May
Yeah.
25th. Definitely, I'll reach out.
in
And
May of next year.
yes, no, this year, May 25th.
May 25th this year.
Yes, yeah.
25th,
And
yeah.
I'm associated with them as a community ambassador
Lovely,
as well.
lovely.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that'd be
By
really
that time, we won't be having the mayor. The mayor
Right.
is on 10th of June,
Oh,
the election. But
Yes.
the acting mayor will be there,
Yes.
whosoever it is.
yes.
So, Trishti, would you like to give a final remark, comment to our viewers and to us, to Canadians, to Nepalis?
I first would like to thank Aspi and Cindy here for this opportunity, and Awaz TV and Voice of Canada for this opportunity, for letting my voice be heard and reach to so many people who are connected to this channel and to this show. I would like to say to everybody watching me, to all the women, to all the girls, one message: that dream. Make your dreams fulfill. Believe in your dreams, and if you dream and work hard, there's nothing that you cannot fulfill. Here is a girl who is a very normal, everyday girl sitting in front of you, working towards her dreams. And if I can, you can too. Thank you so much.
Great message.
So, with that note from Shristi Shreshta, we would be signing off from this week's episode of Voice of Canada. Your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla, co-host Cindy Young, would be saying goodbye, good night. God bless Canada. God save the King. Adios.